This is one of the biggest reasons homeowners think they can't install smart switches, and it's completely false. These lights are controlled by this switch, and also this switch back here. 3 different switches, 1 set of lights. Most people have heard of 3-way switches, where 2 switches controls 1 set of lights. Well, this is a 4-way switch, and believe it or not, many homes have more switch locations than this. And if you've ever thought there's no way I can make this smart, you're definitely not alone. Today I'm going to show you exactly how to do it using the Lutron Smart Switch and the Lutron Smart Accessory Switch. Let's get into it. Hey, I'm Robert, and Oconee Smart Homes exists to make real homes more convenient, accessible, and safe with smart home technology. We serve real customers right here in Oconee County, Georgia, but this channel is for anyone who wants to make a simpler, smarter home. A local homeowner reached out to me a few weeks ago about a smart lighting setup for his home. The problem? He had multiple 4-way switch locations around his house and was convinced that he couldn't use smart switches. He'd seen plenty of videos about 3-way smart switch setups, but nothing beyond that. When I mentioned Lutron Smart Accessory Switch to him, he asked, why does nobody talk about this? Honestly, it's a great question. What is a 4-way switch anyway? Before we install anything, let's quickly talk about what we're dealing with. A normal single pole switch controls 1 light from 1 location. A 3-way setup allows you to control that same light from 2 different locations. Think about a hallway light with a switch at both ends, or stairs with a switch at the top and the bottom. And 4-way adds another location. So you might have a switch at the garage entrance, 1 in the hallway, and 1 down near the bedroom, like here, all controlling the same lights. And technically, you can have even more locations than that. The important thing to understand is that the number of switches doesn't prevent you from making the circuit smart. With a traditional multi-way circuit, every switch is just a part of the same electrical pathway. With Lutron, 1 location gets replaced with the actual smart switch. The other locations get replaced with smart accessory switches. The accessory switches don't independently control the lights. Instead, they communicate with the main switch through the wiring that's already in the wall. Think of it like a relay sending signals back to the main switch. It looks very similar to the Claro Smart Switch, but you can tell the difference by the missing LED indicators and the simplified wiring. But from a homeowner's perspective, everything works exactly as it did before. You can walk up to any switch, press the button, and control the lights. But now you also have app control, automations, schedules, and voice assistants. You'll find plenty of videos about Lutron's Pico remotes. They're a wireless solution that you can put anywhere around the house. They're great and I use them all the time. But if you already have multiple wired switch locations around the house, I prefer to keep those functional with the wired accessory switches. There's no need to abandon the existing boxes or worry about tying off all of the wires, and they'll continue to work exactly as you'd expect. The first thing I need to do is identify the breaker controlling the circuit. Even though this looks like a simple switch replacement, we're working with line voltage, so safety comes first. Once the breaker's off, I'll verify the wires are no longer energized before removing the existing switches. The next step is figuring out which switch box should receive the smart switch. In a multi-way circuit, not every box has the same wiring. I need to identify where the power comes in, the line, where the lights connect out, the load, and which boxes are simply passing the signal through. Once I identify the correct location, the installation should be pretty straightforward. The existing switches come out, the Lutron switches goes in the primary location, and the accessory switches replace the remaining switches. After everything is connected, we'll restore power and start testing. So let's install some. First, I'm going to identify the correct breaker for these lights, then we'll pull the cover plates and the switches off the wall, work on identifying the line and the loads, and then I'll show you how to wire everything up together using the Lutron system. All right, so I've got everything wired up now. So let me show you what I ended up with and explain how all this works. I've got 3 switch boxes, so we'll call them box 1, box 2, and box 3. In box 1, I have the incoming power. This is where the power first enters the circuit. I also have 2 travelers that connect the switch location to the rest of the circuit. in the boxes downstream. One thing that's important here is this white wire is not a neutral. It's being used as a traveler. There are no neutral wires in this box. So even though it's white, it's acting as a current carrying conductor. Box 2, which is where the 4-way switch actually is. This is the old 4-way switch. And in this box, I really just have my ground and 2 sets of travelers, whites and reds. So I've got a set of wires coming from box 1 and a set of wires going out to box 2. And the colors do not align with the diagrams in the Lutron because mine are red and white, not red and black. So I have my blue wire from the switch going to the red. This is consistent in every single box. And in the case of the red and black wires on the switch, these are actually reversible. And then we get to box 3. In box 3, I have the load that takes power out to the lights. I have my neutral bundle. This is the only box that has a neutral. And that matters because the Claro switch requires a neutral. So the Claro Smart Switch has to go in this box because that's where the neutral is. The other 2 boxes are using the accessory switches. So how does that work? Well, in this case, I've got power coming to the switch from box 2 over the white traveler. I've got my red traveler paired with blue again, all the way down the whole chain. And then I have my red wire going out to the load. And this, you of course see the switch has power and it's working there. Okay, now let's look at the diagram for a second because you're gonna see this and you're gonna be confused. In this diagram, we've got 3 locations, location 1, location 2, location 3. In the middle is the 4-way. That's pretty much always gonna be the case with your 2 sets of travelers. In my instance, the color of the conductors, the wires, does not match the diagram. That's okay, it doesn't matter. You just need to identify which wires are your travelers and then keep them consistent all the way down the chain. As you can see in the diagram, location 1 is the one that's set to have the main smart switch. But in my case, I can't do that because my neutral is down in location 3. It basically means I wire up everything exactly as the diagrams show, but I'm switching the switches and the accessory switches. And in location 3, I am connecting the smart switch to the neutral. And you might think, well, why wouldn't I just switch the diagrams altogether? Well, the difference has to do with the load. Okay, the load going out of the switch is the black wire here. That is connected to the red wire, all right? And so that doesn't really change. We are just having to adapt on the fly for what the wiring is here. But it functions, the switch works, the accessory switches work, and everything is good to go. And once the wiring is done, we can get this set up in the Lutron app. Only the smart switch is going to pair with the Lutron bridge. The accessory switches will not. Those work directly with the smart switches. So that's it, a 4-way switch setup done using the Lutron Caseta system and the accessory switch. Now, I still need to get the switches put back in the wall and get some cover plates on here, but I'll do that as B-roll so that you know I finished the task. Now that everything's installed, let's test it. The first thing to check is the basic functionality. Can I turn the lights on and off from every switch location? If that works, I know the wiring is correct. Next, I'll pair the switch with the Lutron system and test the smart features. Turn off the hallway lights.
Coming right up.
Now I have all the benefits of smart lighting: app control, schedules, automations, voice assistance, integration with the rest of the smart home. But I didn't have to sacrifice the existing switch locations. All right, so that's it. We've got this 4-way switch replaced with a smart switch setup. This will work in Apple Home and pretty much all of your favorite ecosystems because Lutron supports a wide array. You will need a Lutron Smart Bridge, but if you're already working with Lutron, you probably understand that. The cool thing about this is that if you have multi-pole switches that have even more locations, you can use up to 10 accessory switches with one Caseta Smart Switch. Your wiring may be a little bit different and you'll have to check that out and make sure that you understand everything that's going on. But this gives you a ton of options to use to be able to support smart lighting in your home with the multi-pole setups. So what about you? Does your home have 4-way switches, or are there multi-pole setups where the Caseta system would help you out? Or have you solved this problem another way in your home? Let me know down in the comments. And if you like watching smart home installations and tutorials, subscribe and stick around for more. God bless you. See you next time.